Okay. Our last question of the episode for this season, ladies.
That's crazy.
It is. It's totally crazy. We're going to start. Our question is going to be tied to the episode. What was your favorite episode from this season?
Oof.
I have mine.
Okay.
Scott, I do not want you to be offended. But it was when we were planning our ladies' trip to Disney.
Because it's ladies' night.
Because it's ladies' night. Yeah.
Oh, what a night.
What a night.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
That was fun. The
To edit?
3/4 of it that we actually captured on audio.
Shush it.
Oh, yeah. And weren't we, like, repeating the
Yes.
same word?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
It was a fun one to listen to, that's for sure.
I love that one.
Glad you had fun.
We had fun doing it.
Yeah.
Well, because right after we were like, are we really doing this?
Yeah, we were like, wait a minute. Is this real life? Were we kidding or were we serious?
Do we need to book this right now?
That's a good one. That was fun. Okay. Lacey, Candice.
My favorite episodes to film are games.
Okay.
And my favorite one was the lightning lane or standby.
Ooh, when did that one release?
Oh, that is, I think sometime this summer. I can pull up the.
Because this episode is going to be our 43rd of the season.
That's insane.
Wow.
Well,
It was July 1st.
Okay.
And that one was just like a fun game that who created that? Was that you, Scott?
I think it was an idea that I had.
And it was just a fun. We learned a lot about each other when it came to attractions. So
Yeah, that's awesome. That was a fun one to record too. I like that one. I do like the games, like the this or that, and
Yeah.
yeah,
especially when some of us get mad.
right.
Candice.
sorry.
You were wrong. Wrong.
Your opinion is wrong.
It's so funny.
Okay, Candice, how about you? Which was your favorite from this season?
Oh, boy. Okay, so I only get one.
Yes, we'll be able to talk about more, but I want you to pick your favorite.
Okay. I love them all. But I kind of have to say that our discussion with Theron about the Hangar bar was probably my favorite of the season.
Good episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was one of those where we just sort of sat back and listened.
Yeah.
That became like Theron's Hanging at the Hangar Bar podcast show.
And that's fine.
Yeah, as it should,
Yeah.
Yes.
honestly.
Yeah, when you bring a guest on, they should be the focus for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was awesome. Okay, so my favorite, Candice, I was going to select that one too. But I will pick another one. The other one that I think we had a ton of fun with, that I think ended up being a really cool episode, was the Disney After Dark
Yes.
that Candice and I recorded while we were in park, and we did just a recap of every day while we were there. I think that was probably my favorite one to record. That's a fun one to go back and listen to again because it brings us back to the trip and all of that kind of stuff. So that one was 1A for me. The discussion with Theron was one for me. Just again, like if you would have asked me 4 years ago if we would have been talking to an Imagineer as part of this little we just want to get together and talk Disney experiment, I would have said you were full of crap. And here we are.
Yeah, so many amazing guests this season.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like Chuck from Chuck's Cantina. That one was a lot of fun. Or both of those
Yep.
were a lot of fun.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Scott.
I'm Candice.
I'm Lacey.
And I'm Lariah.
Grab a drink and come hang with us at the Hangar Bar.
Welcome back to the Hangar Bar, everyone. We are super glad you are here for our last episode of the season.
Woohoo!
How?
I don't know. It feels like it feels like yesterday we were getting ready for our February Disney trip
I know.
and getting this season kicked off with I think our first conversation was we're in Disney because it released while we were in Disney, and we were telling you all about our trip planning for that trip. That one was fun. So as we wrap up this season, a couple of housekeeping things before we jump into the episode topic. Number one, come out and join us on our social media sites. We are on Facebook, we are on Instagram, we are on Reddit, and as of the recording of this episode, we are on Blue Sky, which is the Twitter replacement. So it's a much friendlier place than Twitter. It's a lot less
Let's hope
Twittery.
it stays that way. Otherwise, we will be leaving.
right.
Yeah.
But so yeah,
Seriously.
come out and interact with us there. If you're on Blue Sky as well, we'll try and post some stuff out there and be pretty active out there as well. And come out and just let us know what you thought of this season. What was your favorite episode? We want to hear from you. And then the last housekeeping item is we are not going to just leave you without content this break. What we are planning on for this break is we are going to pick some of our all-time favorite episodes, and we're going to replay those episodes with a little introduction as to why we wanted to replay that one. That'll be a part of it. We'll probably do some, we had an opinion and our opinion has changed, so we'll do a short little introduction and just have you re-listen to that episode just as a way to kind of go back and fill in some of the gaps that we've had and some of the changes that we've made over the last 4 years
Holy cow.
of this.
Yeah, it's crazy because we all started in COVID because we were all kind of losing our minds.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, unsure if we were ever going to be able to go back to Disney. And here we are. You've taken 3 trips since COVID?
No, just one.
Just one?
Our second one is coming up, right?
Was that the first time you've
Yeah.
been back since COVID?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Because our first vacation after COVID was our Alaska trip.
No,
That's true.
it was the Virgin voyage.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
That's
right.
true.
Virgin Voyages.
And
Yeah.
then the
Then
Alaska
Alaska.
trip, and then Disney.
Yeah.
So we need to get y'all back.
Yes. Yeah. Economy is kind of crazy right
Yeah,
now.
it's a little sketchy.
Yeah. But yes, that's the ultimate goal. Is to get back there. But
Definitely.
For sure. Okay, so let's jump in. Let's go with during our cold open. Let's go a little bit about what we were just talking about. In the past we've done a guest here and there. We've in season 3 we had a couple of guests. It was our first time kind of experimenting with people that we didn't know being on the show. But this year we kind of took a hard turn, right? We had James and Theron. We had Theron. We had Chuck from Chuck's Cantina. Was that it as far as guests for the season?
I feel like it was.
It just felt like more.
Yeah.
But now
But I
that I
think
go back and
that's-
list them out
I
loud,
think that's it.
but still, like I was saying, like with us having a former Imagineer, like I feel like this is a real podcast now, right?
yes, we're official now.
Yeah.
We're like famouser than Captain Kangaroo.
Well, maybe. But since he's dead, probably a little.
There may be more people that remember him than us, but we have more current fans.
Right. Yes.
I get it. Where do we want to go with this? We talked a little bit about guests. Candice, you were starting to talk about guests. Let's do this. I know this is a recap. This is a what we did in 2024, but let's dream forward a little bit as we're talking about guests for the podcast. Who else would we love to see as guests? Let's put some things out into the universe.
What about just any cast member?
That
would
would
be
be cool.
lovely. Like one that works in attraction.
Cousin Quinn
I bet we could get Cousin Quinn on the show.
from 50s Primetime.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
yes. Oh.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
We could even have her come in character.
Oh. That would be
That would be a real treat.
Yeah, so like any cast member, Cousin Quinn would be fun. I think it would be fun to have a current friend of Tinkerbell.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody that leaps off the side of the castle
Yeah.
4 nights a week, 5 nights a week, whatever it is. I think that would be fun.
I would have so many questions.
Right?
So many.
And with them being current cast members, they probably couldn't tell you half the answers that you have to the questions that you have. But
Maybe off the record.
right.
Yes.
Let's talk about this off the record. I think that would be fun. Like maybe we're putting stuff out into the universe. Maybe we see if we can get a friend of someone and a cousin Quinn on the show next year. Like not
Be a
together,
goal.
but just
Yeah.
different episodes and put that out there. Who else?
I have 3.
Okay, put them into the universe.
And this is big. Number 1, Lee Cockrell, former executive vice president. He now runs his own consulting company, and I have a lot of his books on my desk at work, about time management and customer service and leadership and all those good things. Mm-hmm. So I would like to have him on the podcast. I would also love to have Josh D'Amaro.
Ooh, that's a big one to put out into the universe.
I told you.
Yeah, you
Go
can't.
big or go home.
Yeah, you can't do things unless you put them into the universe.
And Bob Iger.
Ooh.
Wow. That would be insane.
I know. I'd be like,
Shaking.
wait, I just talk. I don't.
Yeah.
Just
We don't
tell
even
me all
have
the
questions. Use this as another investors meeting. Just say whatever you want to say. It's fine. Everything's fine. The world's not on fire around me. We're
No,
fine.
it's fine.
We're fine. So with Lee Cockrell, what would you want to talk to him about?
Just his entire Disney experience. Prior to Disney, I believe he worked for Hilton Hotels, and he tells a lot of stories about his experience with that as well. But I think actually getting in and running a company the size of Disney and the different projects that he oversaw and the different cast experiences that he had and that kind of thing, I think would be just amazing.
Right. And I know you said this, and I swear I was listening, but I forgot already. What was the executive vice president of?
I don't remember. I know he was in the parks.
Okay. Something in the parks division, not
Yeah,
in
and he
the
also did
hotels.
Hotel stuff
Okay,
as
so
well.
parks
So he
and
was kind of
resorts.
all over.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Lacey, how about you? If you could pick anybody to be on our podcast next year, who would it be?
That's a tough question because Lariah stole my answer. I would love a cast member. No, don't purse your
What
lips.
about
like that.
from any specific attraction or restaurant or pavilion?
Well, I don't. What was his name? Francisco?
Francisco's not there anymore.
We gotta find him. We have to find
Where
him.
are you?
Francisco.
Francisco, if you are out there, we are looking for you and we would love to interview you.
Francisco from Stan and Helen's.
Yes.
Yes.
Not just Francisco.
That's fun to say.
That's fun to say.
Francisco that gave us tequila shots at Stan and Helen's.
Yes.
Patron.
We want to have you on our show.
So if you are out there, send us
Or
a
if you
message.
know him,
Yeah,
let us know.
please. He was the best.
He was the best.
Yep.
Was that his name, Francisco?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry. My memory doesn't work the way it used to.
Okay, so I have two
Okay.
that are both kind of realistic.
Are you saying that mine aren't realistic?
No, Bob Iger probably is not realistic. I bet Josh D'Amaro is more realistic than Bob Iger. And Lee Cockrell is definitely more
Let's
realistic than the others.
Do a
But
twofer and have them on at the same time.
there you go. Depends on if he announces Josh as the new CEO.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he could do that on our show.
Right.
Wow.
Come out to this tiny little podcast and listen to us announce who's going to be the next CEO of Disney.
I like it.
That'd be good for us.
Right.
I'm just saying.
All of a sudden, we get to monetize our podcast.
Yeah. First
Okay.
purchase, annual passes.
So I have two people that I would love to have on the show next year. One of them is our friend Cuba
Yes.
from our first Disney cruise.
Yes.
Or was it our second Disney cruise?
Second
Disney cruise. The one that got you your watermelon drink from all the way across the ship. Just catch up with him a little bit.
Yep.
See how he's doing. Check back on his Disney Cruise Line experience. I know it's been a while, but just check in on that. That would be fun. And then I'm not sure of the lady's name, but she is actually somebody who is on Survivor something or other. but her background is she was friends with Ray.
Okay.
She was friends with Belle.
Okay.
I think. I would have to go through her Instagram and find who all she was friends with, but I know one of them was Ray in Galaxy's Edge. And I am tangentially connected to her because I went to high school with her mother, with her stepmother.
That's crazy.
It's a small world after
So,
all.
like, she has a fairly big Instagram following because she was on Survivor. Like, she was on one of those Survivor shows. No, it was, what's the show with the suitcases and money?
Deal or No
Deal
Deal.
or No Deal, like, Celebrity or Wild Edition or something like that, where they were doing challenges. I think it was on TV for, like, one season, and she was on that.
Oh.
So it's like Deal or No Deal mixed with The Amazing Race kind of put together, and she was on that. So she has a pretty decent Instagram following, and that's not why I want to have her on the show, but like just talking to Ray would be phenomenal. And just kind
Only
of
if she does the voice.
what voice is there besides their own?
Well, British.
Oh,
British.
have to talk in an accent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So those are the two that I would like to get on the show that I think we probably can if we try hard enough.
Do or do not. There is no try.
That's right. Thanks, Yoda.
Welcome.
Okay. So let's go back as we look at our season, all 42 episodes
Wait.
before this one. What was your favorite episode about food? There were several of them.
Weird for us. We
I
don't
know,
like
right?
Shocking.
Yeah. What the heck?
I don't know why or how that could happen. Ooh, I have another favorite episode that I want to talk about when we're done with this.
I mean, I think going through the menus of all of the
Food and wine.
yeah,
Or the
food and
festivals.
wine,
Flower
flower and garden and art
Festival of the Arts.
festival of the arts. I think going through those menus, those are one of my favorite episodes to record with you guys.
Mm-hmm. They did just release menus for Festival of Holidays a couple weeks ago.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to take a look see at those.
Yeah.
If we wanted to make this a long episode, we could do that at the end of this one. 4 hours later. Enjoy this episode.
It's now midnight.
I'm looking through our episodes, and we had one of our March Madness episodes, which was a food bracket.
Yes.
I don't remember who won that one or what food won it, but I remember recording that one. And those March Madness brackets, I always have so much fun with those.
They're the best.
They stress me out.
When I do them right. So next year is going to be the year.
We're going to
I
let
do it
Lariah
right
build the brackets,
for
and she's going
once.
to get it right. She's going to figure out how basketball brackets work. She started studying now.
Honestly.
Just pay attention to the end of the college football season because there's only 12 teams. It's a smaller bracket that works the same way.
Oh, yeah, I'm definitely going to do that.
I didn't hear any sarcasm in your voice at all. What is the foosball?
It's a dibble.
So that one was about brackets from table service, quick service, snack carts, and bars.
And the Hangar Bar won.
Oh, that's right.
Oh
That's right.
yeah,
Of
because
course
it
it did.
was it wasn't specific food. It was
Just the location.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Where you got the best food, where we think you get the best. Well, that's the thing about the brackets is you don't normally end up with what the best is
Yeah.
because you have to pay attention to the matchups. And then you get down to the end and you're like, wait, I want to go back and redo round one because what I
Yeah.
wanted to win got beat out in the first round of, yeah,
Exactly.
those are always fun.
And we can always like redo them, the same ones,
Right.
in future episodes
And see
to
how it
see
stacks
if
up.
the
Yeah.
same one wins or if a different one wins. That'd be funny.
Maybe one of the episodes that I'll suggest we re-release is maybe from either 2022 or 2023, one of our March Madness brackets, and we each go back and re-rank it and see where we end up.
Oh my gosh, that would be fun.
See if it's the same, because some of the things on those lists may not even exist anymore.
Yeah, that is so true.
Maybe we'll do that.
I think I have to agree. I like when we talk about menus and kind of like envision ourselves there and what things would taste like and what we would be willing to try and what we're just like, no.
Yeah, like the pickle
milkshake.
milkshake. Oh, I forgot about that.
Curdly, pickly,
Yeah.
stinky vinegar milkshake.
Yeah, that's
No.
that's the fun part, is when they get really creative and we are not on board.
Just stop it.
Well, it was that swine brine
Oh, yes.
one.
The old fashioned with the pig in it.
Yeah.
With the pork belly?
Yeah.
Swine
brine.
After the pig takes a bath, we'll drink it. That's what that sounds like.
It does. It does.
I'm brining this pig.
As soon as it's done, I'll give you some to drink. You'll be fine.
You'll be
You'll love it.
Oh, goodness. Okay, another one of my favorite episodes was actually one of Lariah's ideas when we recorded the 7 Wonders of Walt Disney World. Lacey wasn't here for that one.
Yes,
I don't
that
remember
was my
where
favorite too.
Lacey was, but Lariah came up with that one, and it was fun.
That doesn't sound
That one
fun,
was
so I'm
good.
glad I wasn't there.
It was good.
Yeah. That's nice. What were the 7 wonders? What did you decide?
Well, the Poop River was number 1.
Was it really? You
I-
let her do that?
No, I think she did have the Poop River as one of her 7 wonders.
Yeah, I had several, like, toilet, like, the Poop
That's
River.
because they're easy.
She did do the Galaxy's Edge toilets,
Yeah.
and then she did the Poop River.
Poop River.
And I still say next time we go to Disney with you, we're going to get a picture of you laying in the Poop River.
Please.
We can get you some swim goggles and everything.
You are going to get thrown out. I cannot wait. Don't swim in the poop
So
river.
one of us can take the pictures of you swimming in the poop river, and the other ones can take pictures of the people around you wondering what you're doing.
Yeah.
Because that will be gold.
Somebody getting
Yes.
the pictures of her laying in the Poop River, somebody getting pictures of the people, and then somebody getting video of all the people going, what the hell is that? Why is that woman laying in the middle of the street?
That would be good PR for our podcast.
Right. Just make
would
sure
it?
you're wearing
I
a
don't
Hanging at the Hangar bar
No,
shirt.
for the poop river episode.
Listen to our podcast. You'd get it.
You'll get it.
Is this what we're known for? I don't want this. I thought we were Hangar bar people.
Hanging at the Hangar Bar, a Poop River podcast. We're rebranding next season.
No. A Poop River production. That's the name of our production company. Oh, I am totally branding this episode a look back. 2024, a look back, a Poop River production.
Please.
Oh, I wonder what ChatGPT is going to come up with a
Oh,
thumbnail for
dear.
that title.
Oh, God. Way to go, Lariah.
Oh, now I'm crying. That was hilarious.
Our guest list for next season might cut out real short if we do things like that.
We saw the latest episode that you guys put out there.
No.
Poop River
No.
Productions.
Or sending off an email. Hi, this is Candice with Poop River Productions. No, not even. Delete.
That's like instant spam going in the spam folder.
Listen,
Oh my God.
when
that
the
would've-
deposed king of Nigeria
Emails you directly.
I still think somebody, it's not for us, but I still think somebody needs to have a Poop River podcast.
That's Lariah's solo podcast.
It could totally be a podcast about all things bathroom, like how bathrooms worked in medieval castles, how...
Well, I just do Disney bathrooms.
I actually
know.
do know how they work in medieval castles.
Great.
Weren't they just holes in the wall, basically?
They would be ledges, and so if you were unlucky enough to stand under one, because they would just drop.
Oh, we've devolved this episode. Speaking of the microphone.
Sorry.
Our audience wants to hear this.
This is prime
This is hot
information that
stuff.
everyone needs.
When you see a castle and it has like a
Brown streak down the side.
that's one way. Or just like a random square just sticking out. That was their bathroom chamber, and they would just have a hole, and it would just drop directly.
Yeah, you've seen like the turrets
Yes.
of a castle with like the little part that juts out. That's the bathroom.
The turds. The turds.
Turrets.
Oh my gosh, what a stinky wall.
The purple wall.
Oh
The
my.
poop wall.
The poop wall. The poop wall on the poop river.
The splatter wall.
Ew!
Lariah, stop.
The BM wall.
Oh, I am sorry,
Big
friends.
magnificent wall.
I started this and I apologize to you all.
Yeah, way to go.
We're all loopy.
This is the best part about looking back on a full season, though, because this kind of stuff happens.
The big magnificent wall.
Oh,
The smelly wall.
The stinky.
Okay, but redirecting, kind of. If you're going to have a fair discussion about Disney bathrooms, which I really think you should,
Yeah.
you need to go on a Disney cruise. Because those bathrooms,
Oh, honey.
girl.
Okay.
So,
For research.
yes, for science.
For science.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, that's an episode idea for next season. So, listeners, we will come out with a Disney bathrooms episode. We haven't done one, have we?
nope.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay.
That's on the docket for next season. So,
So
Get
are
ready.
there?
Program director,
yeah.
make a note.
Yeah, are there any bathrooms that you need Candice and I to prioritize this trip so we have experience?
There's no
Probably-
cruise involved, so we can't do that.
Well, but we know those bathrooms already.
We do,
on
very
at
well.
least a couple of the ships. What's the one in Magic Kingdom?
The Rapunzel bathrooms?
Yeah, the Rapunzel bathrooms. We've not used those.
Yeah, I haven't used those either. So those we'll make a list. We'll
Yes,
make a list.
please
Yeah.
do.
That way Candice and I can prioritize bathrooms on our next trip.
And we will take
Please.
pictures of the outside of the building. I am not taking pictures in the bathroom. Because, no.
I'll take pictures in the
Thank
bathroom.
you, Scott.
What?
Just like take a selfie or something.
There's no
here.
mirrors.
There are mirrors.
I thought they didn't have mirrors
In the newer ones, they do.
Oh, they do now. They
Usually
want
just like
the selfie.
one mirror, right?
Yeah, and it's on the end of a wall. It's not above the sink.
Yeah.
So people don't take up time.
Gotcha.
But yeah, there were at least 4 teenage-ish girls when we were there in February that were like doing full-on fashion show
see.
in
yeah.
the
That's why
Epcot
they don't have
bathrooms.
bathroom or
Yeah.
mirrors in bathrooms generally.
Like, really? You're in a theme park. Go.
You have plenty of spots to take pictures
Right.
at Disney World. You don't need to be in the bathroom.
Plus, you're in the bathroom with a camera, which is creepy,
yeah.
sir.
I'll just stand at the urinal and take a selfie while I'm standing at the urinal.
Please. It would be great if you got someone in the background giving you a weird.
Giving me the finger. No, I will not take pictures in bathrooms.
the
I'm
most
not
magical
that
place on
guy.
earth.
That's I am not that guy.
Wow, that devolved quickly.
Again, my apologies.
You started it.
I did. It was all my fault.
He knew what he was doing.
I know.
I kind of did. We did a vegan episode too.
Yes, we did.
Yes. I went through just menus, honestly, looking at vegan stuff, letting people know that it's not just veggie burgers and french fries everywhere, that
Mhm.
there's actually cool, fun options.
And there's more all the time.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah, they do so good with plant-based.
With all diets, I feel like I just even if you have allergies, if you are gluten free, if you are dairy free, if you're vegetarian, vegan, like I just felt so taken care of there.
Mm-hmm.
And like even having chefs come out to talk about your dietary needs, that's awesome too.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm looking through the list this year. What do you think our most listened to episode was this year?
Oh, you know what? It's always those controversial ones.
So the one about the icks.
Either that one or we did 2 episodes, things we hate and things we love about Disney World. I'm kind of wondering if things we hate about Disney World had the most listens.
Lacey's voting for things we hate about Disney World as one of the top.
I'm thinking about the icks one.
Okay, Candice is saying the icks one was the most listened to.
I would have to agree with the ick one.
Okay. You are all incorrect.
Oh.
We actually had a tie between 2 episodes to be our most listened to. The first one was the Disney After Dark episode.
Ooh.
And then the other one was when we explored the International Flower and Garden Festival.
Really?
Oh, okay.
Those 2 tied for the top 2 episodes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm glad that we're getting good feedback about the festivals that we talk about.
Because those are so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're fun to talk about, and they really become good planning things
Yeah.
for folks, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe next year we should set a goal to make sure we talk about every festival.
Okay.
Because this year the Festival of the Arts, the only talking about it we did was while we were there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we're not going to get an episode released with the holidays.
No. But I think if we plan, we can do that for next season.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about something we each learned this season that maybe we didn't know before. I'll start. I'm going to cheat because I'm actually going to say something that we learned when Candice and I were guesting on someone else's podcast. So Chuck from Chuck Cantina came to our podcast, and then we reciprocated and went to his. And as part of his podcast, we were talking about his rehearsal dinner before their wedding at Disney, and they rented out Trader Sam's. I had no clue that you could rent out Trader Sam's.
Yeah.
And it's very reasonably
It's
priced.
not that expensive.
Really?
We can tell you the cost afterwards.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
you get 25 of your closest friends, it's not expensive. And you get
it's
in
open
at
bar.
it's open bar. You get in at like 11 o'clock in the morning. They throw you out at 3:30 or 4 when they're getting ready to open to the public. You get it for 5 hours. All of the rigmarole, all of the drinks, all of that comes with it.
What?
Wow.
That's crazy.
So one of the things that Chuck said on our podcast is something that I learned is it's not a no until you ask
Right. With Disney.
with Disney. So if you have something that's in your mind that you want it, you can go after it. Like even back to the episode where he was talking about his wedding, where they thought about, hey, we want a little bit more privacy for our wedding on this sort of public place. What if we bring in some of those hedges that are currently hiding things at Epcot? And they're like, sure, we can do that for you. You need to pay us $40,000. They didn't do that. Thankfully, I would have questioned his sanity had they spent $40,000 on bringing hedges in.
But again, that's his money. So
Right.
you do what you do.
That
Yeah.
doesn't mean I can't question his sanity. But
Yes, I understand. But still, it's his money.
so yeah, ask for whatever you want. The worst they can say is no, which is a philosophy I have on a lot of things. But that's that, and you can rent out Trader Sam's. That's something I learned that at some point in my life I will do.
Well, now, riddle me this. I'm thinking about a Trader Sam's hanging at the Hangar bar meet and greet.
Ooh.
I like it.
So, folks, if you would be interested in that, we're gonna pose that question at some time during the break. We're gonna pose that question on our Facebook and our Instagram, and see, because if you all would be willing to like pick the time, like we pick a date and you're willing to go to Disney at that time, we totally could do a Hanging at the Hangar bar meet and greet. Heck, I wonder if they'd let us have the Hangar bar for a couple hours.
What? You
Sold.
gotta ask.
Again,
gotta
you don't
ask.
know until you ask.
Right, because then let me think about this before I make a stupid comment. No, never mind. I'm not going to make the comment because it was stupid.
I like stupid comments.
No. It's fine.
The audience wants to know.
No, they really don't. I think we've taken them down a dark road with the previous discussion. So, no, we're just going to move along.
This show. I was just thinking back. Every season, like first season, it was poop. And it has now devolved into full out talking about castle walls being covered in splatter.
Again, we've moved past that for this time. Can we move on, please?
We'll circle back around at some point.
Yeah.
I'm sure that we will.
Okay, so that is what I learned this season. What did you all learn? Something you didn't maybe know, or reinforce something you knew?
It is something I learned, but more of a new discovery, I guess. I have been taken back with the
Taken aback.
Taken aback. Sorry, I would like to do my own language, so keep that to
And it's
yourself.
beautiful. Keep
Thank
going.
you.
And
It
you
wasn't beautiful, so don't do that.
You had all the letters in the word. It was fine.
But I can't just sit here and not say anything.
Moving on. So, anyways, the Mr. Toad attraction in Disneyland. I have been thinking about that attraction nonstop since Scott mentioned it.
The hell.
Going through hell.
Yeah.
Which I watched those movies, by the way.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you love them?
I did.
Yes.
The Mr. Toad's one, not. I liked the
Mr. Ichabod.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
good. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No.
I had forgotten
Continue.
to tell Candice.
That was just my new
so proud
discovery
of you.
that I
Yeah.
learned about, and I just was obsessed with it.
Was Mr. Toad an opening day attraction?
I think so.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
And I'm being too lazy to Google it.
Yeah. Anyway.
So yeah, that's
Yeah.
awesome. That's a good discovery. I want to go to Disneyland so bad.
Yeah.
I want to go walk where Walt walked. I want to
Yes.
see
It's
all
a
of those things.
I'm just going to lay on the floor and cry.
Yeah. Good cry.
Yeah. Be happy tears.
Yes. Yes. Okay, Candice, Lacey, what did you learn this season?
Mine's also an attraction.
Okay.
I recently, I think we watched it here when you were not here. I think it was just us three, me, Lariah, and Scott. But I finally watched the ride through of the Nordstrom.
Maelstrom?
What the hell is wrong with me?
You
Like
watched
Nordstrom is an department store.
You watched a ride through of a department store?
Yeah.
Great.
Did you get a scooter?
I did. The Maelstrom. And I understand why Candice is so upset with that, because it looked fun.
It was amazing.
Yeah, that looked crazy cool.
Yeah. Like I finally was like, okay, I need to watch this ride through, and I think we watched it here, didn't we?
I think so, yeah.
Maybe we watched.
We watched Mr. Toad.
Yeah, maybe
here.
not the Maelstrom, but I finally watched it, and I was like, wow, okay. And yeah, so I learned that how cool it was and why Candice is so upset. I mean, there's
Still.
many layers.
Still.
But
Yes.
Years and years and years later.
I'm not going to let it go. So.
oh, you did it.
I
You
did
it.
Did you know you were doing that, or did you catch it after?
I caught it after.
That makes it even better.
Because I caught it right as you were saying it. But... Okay,
Yeah.
Candice, what did you learn?
I think I learned, well, I've kind of always known this, but it was just a maybe deeper understanding of how much work actually goes into developing something. And all of the detail and all of the thought and all of the, this has to look realistic, but it can't, like, we can't have people going over and knocking on a pillar to discover that it's made of fiberglass instead of wood that it looks like. Like, it's just those kind of details that we take for granted when we're there
Yeah.
because everything looks so good. And yet somebody had to think about that. And I just find that amazing.
Yeah.
It makes me tired,
Yeah.
Right?
frankly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the fact that they have to think about one person that may go over and walk closer to something and knock on it to be like, oh, I wonder what kind of wood this is. Knock, knock, knock. And all of a sudden they're pulled out of the immersiveness of the story.
Yep.
So they have to think about that. Like Theron was saying in Pandora, when you go knock on some of those rocks, like it's a fantasy world, so you don't know what it's supposed to sound like. So if you knock on it, maybe that's what it sounds like on Pandora.
Right.
But when you're at Disney Springs and you're talking about history, you have to use wood. You have to use the real materials that they used. Otherwise, people are going to be pulled from the story. And it's crazy.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
The amount of thought that goes into it is amazing.
Right.
So I think like we did a episode this year talking about if Imagineering was as good as it used to be.
Mm-hmm.
And after that conversation, I will say yes and 100 times better
Yeah.
because they have to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, because fans have gotten more critical.
The four of us in this room are a prime example.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. No kidding.
How dare they change that? Nope. And I just thought of another episode for potentially next season. Let's have Theron back on to talk cruise line.
Yes.
Ooh.
Because he was the VP, he was the lead Imagineer and vice president over the entire cruise line.
That's insane.
And
As
he
they
developed the Triton class, which is the ships that
are coming out
launching
now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. He talked about that a little bit in our episode with he and James. But just having him
But we need
on
more.
full bore to talk about the cruise line and what
Yeah.
all goes into that.
amazing.
Because I bet he knows all about the new, like, buying and purchasing and building the new private island, too.
Maybe. He may have gotten that started,
Right.
but I don't know how long he's been gone.
Yeah, I don't either.
So he'll tell us what he can.
Yeah. So that's
Yeah.
another one. We'll bring him back on to talk about that.
Yes.
And honestly, we have a good guys for that. He's releasing a new book.
Yes, he is.
So he could come on and promote that.
Perfect.
Yes.
And that book, I'm not a themed entertainment guru, but I'm probably going to buy his book.
Well, duh.
It looks fantastic.
We got to support the author.
Right. The book that is all about creating themed worlds.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Different perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
And I think he's writing it for people that are in the field, but I think it's just going to be an amazing read.
Yeah.
Yeah. Full of.
And you guys would love him. He's super easy to talk to, very personable, very kind, very down to earth. He's amazing.
Yeah, I definitely want to be on that episode.
Yeah.
Yes.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to find a way to remote record better than we've had.
Yeah.
I'll figure that out. Maybe even we need to buy something, but we'll see.
We'll see.
We will see. Okay.
Or we can come over and just lurk in the background.
No, and it's not like he's going to be remote
Oh, yeah.
as well. So it probably would be easier for us all to be remote just
Yeah.
from a recording perspective. But there's not a lot of really good software out there for
Yeah.
doing that. But
Fortunately.
that isn't like super expensive unless you're a full on like Joe Rogan level podcaster.
That's the dream. Not
Millions
not
and millions of followers.
That'd be
that
fine.
part. Yeah. Not the rest.
Right.
No. Okay, let's go on.
Okay. What else? I just had another question pop into my head, but now it popped back out.
Oh, can I share one of my favorite parts of one of the favorite episodes?
Sure.
Yes.
So the one where we were talking about Disney Ix, I listened to that earlier today. And we were talking about influencers trying the same foods and all of that. And we were talking about the infamous Gaston cinnamon roll.
Yes.
Okay.
And you, Lariah, went off on this like 5-minute diatribe about that stupid cinnamon roll, and it was the most passionate I have seen her about anything in a very long time.
Because it's
And it
food
came-
related.
And it came out of nowhere. She's like, "It's a cinnamon roll." I'm like, "All right."
I just
She doesn't really like cinnamon rolls.
I believe in
Here she goes again.
in diversifying your palate.
It's an important
And
thing.
when something as basic as that,
Okay, but
It's
your
so
favorite food is
popular.
donuts.
yes, but I'm not. If I were a food reviewer, I would say yeah, whatever. But like, I'm not gonna mainly
You
focus
literally
on a donut.
cry to me telling me how much you like donuts and how you could eat a
Hey,
dozen by
listen.
yourself.
I will do that in my personal time, but when I'm on a
Listen.
platform,
Listen.
other things deserve the spotlight besides a plain donut.
So, Lariah, did you know there's a place in Disney Springs called Everglazed?
No.
And it's a donut and coffee shop.
Well, we will be going there. So
Yeah.
Okay, anytime she starts talking about donuts, I'm going to record it and then I'm going to make a whole reel of her and her donuts.
So, I didn't know donuts were one of your favorite foods when we split one of the Joffrey's donuts.
yes,
Yeah, she could have eaten that whole thing and another one and maybe even
I
another one.
could have eaten two
Yeah.
at least. Mm-hmm.
She
It's just so much.
she does, you know, Kevin, when he's eating the brownies and he just
Yeah.
swallows them whole, that is her in donuts. She
You go-
literally just stuffs it all in her mouth.
Go to Krispy Kreme and get a dozen and just mush them into a ball. It's,
Oh,
No, that would
she
take away
would.
from the fluffiness.
She just inhales them like a vacuum. It's honestly kind of scary.
Okay, so let me ask you this question. How do you feel about grilled cheese sandwiches made on donuts?
I would try it.
Everglazed has them.
I would try it.
There you go.
All right.
glazed donut with melty cheese.
Anywho, you're welcome for my passion.
I mean, it was classic.
Something.
I was probably going through something that day, and I took it out on the cinnamon
I think
roll.
you may have been because, like I said, it came completely out of nowhere.
I
and
might
I'm
have
like,
pissed her off beforehand, and then she was taking it all out
we're going to talk about the cinnamon roll, apparently.
for 5 minutes.
That cinnamon roll gets brought up enough as something that's delicious and everybody should get that it deserves 5 minutes of hate.
I ended it.
I'm not saying that she is wrong in what she said. It was just probably one of the most beautiful and down-to-earth reactions I've ever seen from this one. Like, now we know what the motivator is.
Right.
Food.
Food. And the poop river.
Always.
And the poop river.
Okay, so this
Circle of
year,
life.
what was that?
I said circle of life.
Oh, goodness.
We put the candy in the ass. And then we eat the candy from the ass. And then guess where the candy goes? Out of the ass.
Where is that from?
Dude, it is the extended Office episodes, the Superfan episodes. It's the one where Oscar comes back from his gaycation.
Okay.
I'm not being offensive. It's just a joke in the office.
Yes.
I have a gay sister. I love gay people. We love gay people here. But they get a piñata, and then Kevin makes a joke about how they're going to eat. They're stuffing the candy in the piñata's ass. And then...
Well, it's in the shape of a burrow, so that would be an ass.
Oh, yes. It's a... Yeah, it's a donkey. So then he starts talking about all of the ass. And... watch the
Why
episode.
don't you
It's
just come
funny.
riding in on a donkey?
A burrow.
Of course,
that's
if
That's what
Oscar
Oscar
wants, he shall
Shook
have.
it.
Oh, goodness.
And Ryan marking the lemon yard.
The lemon, yeah. Draw me a map, mama.
Okay, bring us back to Disney. So we did 2 different road trip episodes this year. Our Disney trip, so the Disney After Dark, and we also did the Disney 100 down in Kansas City. So again, looking kind of forward, what Disney-related road trip would we love to do next year?
We need to go back to Marceline.
Okay.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. On like a nice.
On a nice day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Less windy day.
Mhm.
We should just get that on the calendar
Yeah.
and just plan it.
Yeah.
That way we work around it instead of saying, let's wait until we get closer. Let's get it on the calendar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'm thinking late May.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Or
It kind of depends on when Candice and I are going to do our big trip next year, but
We'll figure it out.
yeah.
Yeah.
But we need to get it on the calendar. And maybe it's one of those things where we save up a little bit and we go spend the night.
yeah. Yeah.
There's
In Marceline.
even if it's not Marceline, like there's towns and like nice hotels nearby.
Yeah,
But because I know it's only like a 4.5 hour drive, but that's 9 hours of driving.
Yeah.
And then you get there, you want to walk around and explore a little bit. All of a sudden, you're in a 12 to 14 hour day. Whereas if you just go get there in the morning, spend the day without having to worry about what time you leave to come back, might make it a different experience.
Yeah.
We can consider that.
Yeah. I wonder if there's any Airbnbs. I want to buy Walt's childhood home and turn it into an Airbnb so bad. Do you know how much money you could make off of that?
There's probably some bylaw preventing that, which I can't blame them for that.
It's a privately owned house right now.
I know, but there might be some city law that says you can't do that.
Yeah.
But yes, that would be amazing.
I bet that house next time it goes up for sale will sell for millions.
If it didn't this last time.
Right. And I wonder if they've taken care of the wasp problem in the...
I can only hope, because that was
Oh.
bad.
Yeah.
And the snake issue.
There was one little gardener snake.
Okay, well, it wasn't
It's
an
still a
alligator,
snake.
so
Yeah. So shut up. Shut up.
Shut your yap.
shush it.
Okay. Let's wrap this one up. Is there anything else that you want to talk about from last season or that you are looking forward to for next season?
I almost feel like it's, since we've been at this for 5 years, that we need to do something kind of special, but I don't know what that looks like.
Yeah.
But like 5 years,
Yeah.
that seems like a significant amount of time to
Yeah.
have a podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, another kind of hint at an announcement. We are going to have a very Star Wars focused episode next year as well.
Yes,
And it
with
won't,
guests.
with guests. It probably will not include all of us just because I don't have enough microphones for it to include all of us. But we have a couple guests that are going to come on, and they're the biggest Star Wars fans that I personally know. And I think that one will be a fun episode too. So that's coming at some point next season too. Looking forward to that.
Yay. So Star Wars, possible trip to Marceline, Disney bathrooms episode. You guys are in for a treat.
Right. Cruise line with a guy that used to run the cruise line.
Oh, yes. Can't
That's-
forget about that.
Yeah. Maybe we should shoot for like a guest a month.
We could do that. It's a lot, but we could do that.
So that would be like 10 guests next year.
Yeah. Is that the
It's
goal?
a lot of coordination. It can be a goal.
I mean, and they don't have to be like super famous people
No.
or anything like that. Like, what if we got someone that one of us knew who went on their first Disney trip
Yep.
and we get just like their feedback?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
Yeah, that would be. Yeah, let's just make that a goal for next season. Let's get 10 guests.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well-
and even maybe some listeners if you
Yeah, if you're interested in being on the show, let us know.
yeah. That would be cool just to like talk to other people like why they love Disney, what their favorite parts of Disney,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
you know, get more
What their icks are,
yeah.
because we've all got them.
Yeah.
Right.
And those episodes are so much fun because you know, Disney isn't completely perfect. We have some things. I mean,
It's fine.
well, you know, like there are parts of it that we
Very
just
much so.
don't
Yeah.
like. And that's not Walt's fault.
Nope.
No.
It's usually other people's fault
Exactly. Exactly.
because people suck.
Yeah.
Not you people that listen.
No,
of
you guys
course.
are awesome.
Our audience is phenomenal.
You really just said you people.
I did.
Whoa.
Sort of like from Spirited. Good afternoon. Have you two seen that?
No.
Do you have Apple TV?
No.
Okay. So maybe when we get together for dinner, we can come back over here and watch Spirited. It's Will Ferrell and Ryan Reynolds.
Is it that
It's the
Christmas?
one. It's their Christmas movie that they did together,
It's like an adaptation of Christmas Carol.
Oh.
and it is better than it has any business being. It's a phenomenal show.
Okay.
Yeah, worth watching.
Yes,
So,
definitely.
okay, so we've set a goal. We've talked about some road tripping, all of that kind of stuff. This was a fantastic season. Like, I was looking back over all of our episodes, and we had so much fun this year. And 43 episodes did not feel like 43 episodes.
No.
Not at all. Mm-mm. And again, we started this as an excuse to get together and hang out and just have a little bit of fun talking Disney, and it continues to be that for us. And we love all of you for listening in and being a part of this with us. And we'd love to have your continued support. Share us with your friends, all those things. If you want to help us buy equipment to have better recording, there's a link in every show notes that you can come contribute if you'd like. You can be one of our patrons. We're not on Patreon, so it's not called patrons, but whatever. You can come support us for as little as like a couple dollars a month or whatever. So all of that would be excellent to maybe help us get some better recording for guests and that kind of thing. No pressure. Listen for free. We'll always be a free podcast. But if you feel so inclined, you're welcome to support us. Ladies, anything else you want to talk about for this season?
Nope. Just that I can't believe that we're still doing this, and getting together with you guys is the highlight of my week.
Yes.
You guys are the best. My cup is always filled after our episodes.
Agreed. Okay, friends, that is it for this season. Watch for us to release some new things. We might release one more full episode sometime during break, because Candice and I are going to Disney again in December. We might do
Another After Dark.
We'll see how we're feeling on the trip, but we might do another Disney After Dark Christmas edition. So
Jolly.
I may even
so excited.
try and release that on Christmas.
That would be cool.
We'll see.
Christmas special.
Yeah, I'm not. Ooh.
TM.
We can't TM a Christmas special.
Yes, we can.
You'd have to steal it from Hannah Waddingham.
Poop River Production. TM.
Hoop River Productions presents a Hangin' at the
Hangar
Hangar
Bar
Bar
Christmas
Christmas
special.
special.
Yeah.
Hanging at the Hangar Bar joint. A Christmas special.
A Christmas special.
Oh, dear.
Oh, goodness. Okay. Again, thank you, everyone, for listening. We are glad you are here with us. We are glad you love hanging out with us as much as we love hanging out with you and each other. And remember, there is always a great, big, beautiful tomorrow.
And we'll see you real soon.